If you truly wish to understand someone's character, look beyond their wealth, their clothes, or even their celebrated achievements. Instead, pay close attention to their words, for a person's tongue serves as a clear window into their mind. The ancient Stoics wisely taught that our speech acts as a direct mirror to our very soul. Much like how a rotten fruit undeniably reveals the health of the tree it came from, careless or ill-considered words vividly expose the underlying weaknesses of the mind. Today, we embark on a journey to uncover 5 common phrases a foolish individual consistently uses. These particular phrases are not just random utterances, they effectively strip away any pretense or mask, plainly revealing ignorance, arrogance, and a deep-seated insecurity. If you happen to recognize these words within your own speech patterns, consider it a crucial call for positive change and self-improvement. Conversely, if you frequently hear them from others, let it serve as a valuable warning about the true nature of the person you are interacting with. The first revealing statement of a weak person is inevitably an act of blame. It's not my fault. When faced with any of life's inevitable challenges, their immediate reaction isn't to deeply reflect on their own actions or choices, but rather to quickly accuse external factors. They are prone to pointing fingers at fate, the larger society, their family circumstances, or simply bad luck, essentially anything and everything except themselves. However, the venerable Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius offered a profoundly different and more empowering perspective, reminding us that we possess power solely over our own minds, not over external events themselves. Grasping this fundamental truth is where one truly discovers immense inner strength. A person characterized by foolishness frequently evades responsibility because acknowledging it feels like a heavy burden. In stark contrast, a genuinely strong individual actively embraces responsibility, fully understanding that it serves as the essential training ground for developing virtue and resilience. When they experience a failure, their question isn't who to blame, but rather, what crucial lessons can I extract from this experience? And should they stumble or falter, their immediate query becomes, how can I strategically rise from this stronger and more prepared? While resorting to blame might feel easy in the short term, it ultimately leaves you feeling perpetually powerless. Conversely, taking full ownership of your circumstances, though challenging initially, is the direct path to becoming truly unstoppable. The second clear indicator of foolishness is the phrase, "I already know that," which is nothing more than arrogance skillfully disguised as genuine knowledge. Such an individual effectively closes their mind to new information and perspectives with this dismissive remark. They often cut short opportunities for deeper wisdom by prematurely declaring their own imagined expertise or mastery. The profound Stoic teacher Epictetus wisely cautioned against this, stating that it is utterly impossible for a person to learn what they firmly believe they already know. True wisdom is not about knowing everything, but rather about cultivating a profound sense of humility. The person who repeatedly declares, "I already know," has by their own choice opted to halt their personal and intellectual growth. They unfortunately prefer to cling to the comforting illusion of complete mastery over the often uncomfortable but necessary reality of their own ignorance. In stark contrast, a truly wise person approaches every facet of life with the unending curiosity and openness of an eternal student. For them, humility is never seen as a weakness, but instead recognized as the very fundamental bedrock of all lasting strength. As the revered Socrates, a figure deeply admired by the Stoics themselves, famously articulated, "The only true wisdom lies in recognizing that you actually know nothing." The third telltale phrase, "That's impossible," sadly reveals a spirit of defeat before any genuine battle or effort has even truly begun. For a person of limited foresight, significant challenges appear not as opportunities for growth, but rather as impenetrable walls. They easily convince themselves that certain aspirations or tasks are utterly beyond their reach. This conviction typically arises not because those things are genuinely impossible in themselves, but largely because the individual is simply unwilling to endure the consistent discipline, hard work, and persistent suffering that is inherently required to overcome them. The eminent Stoic philosopher Seneca sagely reminded us of this psychological barrier when he stated, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." A wise individual possesses the clear understanding that the vast majority of perceived impossibilities are, in fact, merely self-imposed limits stemming from a restricted imagination or a lack of courage. To someone governed by fear, consistent effort often feels utterly meaningless and unproductive. However, to a dedicated Stoic, the very act of putting in effort, regardless of the immediate outcome, embodies meaning itself and is a virtue in its own right. Moving on, the fourth frequently heard phrase is, "I don't care." While this expression might initially appear to be quite harmless or even a sign of coolness, it actually subtly betrays a profound underlying weakness within a person. It is true that the Stoics certainly taught the virtue of indifference, but their particular form of indifference was a noble and cultivated detachment, specifically aimed at external factors such as fleeting wealth, societal fame, or public opinion. When a truly foolish person declares, "I don't care," they are almost always subconsciously masking a deeper fear of committing to effort, or perhaps even a fundamental lack of defined purpose in their life. Epictetus, with his keen insight, meticulously drew a critical distinction. Some aspects of life genuinely fall within our direct control, while many others decisively do not. A wise person naturally develops an authentic indifference towards those things that inherently lie outside their sphere of influence. However, this same wise individual cares profoundly and passionately about the elements that are within their control, their deliberate choices, the cultivation of their character, and the unwavering preservation of their integrity. The fool, unfortunately, employs the phrase, "I don't care," as a convenient and passive escape from duty and responsibility. In stark contrast, the true Stoic expertly utilizes such indifference as a powerful form of liberation from the countless illusions and anxieties of the external world. Lastly, we come to the fifth phrase, "What's in it for me?" This statement directly exposes an undeniable selfishness at a person's very core. The individual marked by foolishness tends to view every single situation, every interaction, and every potential endeavor primarily as a transaction. They meticulously weigh every action, big or small, solely based on how much personal gain they stand to acquire from it. Yet the sagacious Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius thoughtfully reminded us of a much greater and more universal truth. What is not good for the beehive cannot ultimately be good for the bee. This profound insight teaches us that life is not simply an endless process of taking or accumulating for oneself, but rather it is profoundly about what we contribute and give back to the larger whole. A truly wise person actively seeks out opportunities for meaningful contribution, never for selfish exploitation. They grasp the crucial understanding that a genuinely meaningful and fulfilling life is measured not by the material possessions one accumulates, but by the profound and virtuous individual one becomes through dedicated service to others. The Stoics consistently offered a powerful reminder. Our words are far more than just mere sounds or arbitrary utterances. They are, in essence, our deeply ingrained habits of thought made clearly audible for all to hear. Therefore, an unthinking person inadvertently reveals their inner weaknesses and flawed character through the patterns and content of their speech. In powerful contrast, an individual who is thoughtfully guided by sound philosophy will always choose to speak with a clear sense of humility, unwavering responsibility, and inherent virtue. Understanding and actively working to change your words has the remarkable potential to fundamentally transform your destiny, because as your chosen language and manner of expression become more refined and elevated, so too does the very essence of your character. Let us all then consciously choose to walk together along this challenging yet rewarding path of developing true strength, consistent discipline, and enduring inner peace.